Hello friends, how are you? I hope all of you are fine. In the chapter first, matter in our surroundings, we have discussed about what is matter, what is the mass, what is the volume. Now in today's class, we will discuss about particulate nature of matter. Particulate nature of matter. What is the meaning of particulate nature? Each and every matter is made of small tiny particles. That is the meaning of particulate nature of matter. Means is that matter is made of very small tiny particles. This is the meaning of particulate nature of matter. Then now, if the matter is made of particles, then what is the nature, what is the behavior, what are the characteristics of particles? So these things we have to discuss in this topic, particulate nature of matter. Now the first important thing about the particles of matter, that is particles attracts to each other. Particle attracts to each other, means they have attraction force between them. Due to the attraction force between the particles, matter exists in various physical states like solid, liquid and gases. We know that it is difficult to break down solid. The reason is that the greater attraction force between the particles of solid. It is easy to move in the liquid. Just for an example, we can easily move our hand in the water. We can easily swim in water. The reason is that the attraction force between particles of liquid is less, which can easily break down by our movement. So the particles have attraction between them. In the gases, the attraction is very less. So we can move very easily in the air, or we can make movement very easily in the air. So this is the first character of particles of the matter. Second is particles are tiny. Means particles are very small. Okay. To understand the tiny nature of particles, we have an interesting activity, such that how the size of particles are very smaller. Now look at here. For that, we are just going to perform an activity. In that activity, we use beaker and we fill this beaker. This is a 100 ml beaker. Okay. When we fill this beaker, suppose approximately 90 ml. Then in this beaker, we add 10 ml of camphor solution. Okay. This test tube is 10 ml volume having capacity. So approximately this is 10 ml camphor. When we add this 10 ml camphor in the 90 ml of water, we observe that the color of entire water becomes purple. After that, we use another beaker and the same thing will repeat. We filled this beaker with the 90 ml water approximately, and then add 10 ml of colored solution from beaker number 1 with the help of test tube in the second beaker. 10 ml, second beaker. Again we are observing that the color of this beaker becomes light pink or light purple. Further, we arrange one more beaker and filled it approximately 90 ml water. Again, to the third beaker, we add the 10 ml colored solution from the second beaker. It's 10 ml from the second beaker and add to the third beaker. Still, you can observe that the color of this beaker becomes light pink. So if we observe all these three beakers, look at here, you can clearly observe that the first beaker is darker in color, second is little bit lighter, and the third beaker is further lighter as comparison to second and third. But the particles of KMnO4 present in third beaker also and provide the color to the water. It means the particles has very small size, and in spite having very small size, they show their existence. So this is the second character of the particles. Particles are tiny. Third thing, particles have space between them. Space between them means whatever is the physical state, there will be a minimum space between them. Okay. Just one example, in a cup of tea or a cup of milk, we add 1 spoon sugar. In spite of that, the level of milk or tea not increase, not change. Reason is that milk and tea present in the liquid state, and when we add solid it, we know that the liquid particles present little bit more apart as compared to solid. Means liquid have some more space as compared to comparison to solid. Due to that, the solid particles adjust between them in the empty space. Due to that, there is no change in the level of liquid. So that activity proves that particles have space between them. And fourth, particles can move. Especially this character of particles we can observe in the gases. Sometimes we feel that we use incense sticks and its smell spread throughout some distance. In spite of that, the incense stick has been put in a corner of or in the temple of house. In spite of that, the smell can be feel by a person which is little bit far away from that place. The same thing we can observe when we use perfume. Somebody use perfume, but its smell can be sensed by the other person also. It means the particles can move. So these are the 4 basic character of particles of the matter. First, particle attracts to each other. Second, particles are tiny. Third, particles have space between them. And the fourth, particles can move. Thank you.